In this video, you will learn the concept of midpoint. So, what is a midpoint? Pag sinabi nating midpoint, ito yung point in the middle. Kaya nga siya midpoint. Okay, point in the middle on a segment or a line. Ano itsura ng midpoint? So, technically, it's just a point. So, let me... Yan. So, how do we illustrate a midpoint? So, let's say we have a line segment here. Oops, hindi straight. Yan siya na. So, assuming that this is a straight line. Sige na nga, mag-ruler na tayo. Ayan. So, let me draw a segment. There. Yeah. So, we have here a line segment because it has endpoints, and we name it as N, point N and O. So, this is line segment NO. Okay? And ang ano bang representation ng midpoint? So, point lang yun in the middle of these two points. And let's say this is point M. If M is the midpoint of NO, then it states that this portion here, line segment NM, is congruent to the line segment MO. Okay? So, again, if a point is a midpoint of the segment, then it divides the segment into two equal portions. So, let's say the whole segment measures 20 centimeters. So, the whole segment is 20 centimeters. What can we say with the measure of NM? So, if M is the midpoint and we are looking for the measure of NM, you will just divide the whole segment into if we are looking for the measure of NM, you will just have to divide 20 by 2 kasi nahahati niya sa dalawa. So, this is 10 centimeters. Since they are congruent, therefore, MO is also 10 centimeters. So, that is a midpoint. So, I'll give you another sample. So, ito naman, bawa ito. Ayan. So, let's have a ruler again para maging straight yung ating linya. There. So, this is the midpoint. Bawa ito ay Y, and this is S, and the midpoint is E. If this segment YE, if segment YE measures 5 centimeters, what is the measure of the following? So, what is the measure of ES? And what is the measure of segment YS? Sige nga. Okay, I think you already have the answer. Since E is the midpoint, and we know that this point divides the whole segment into two equal parts, then YE is congruent to ES. Since YE is 5 centimeters, therefore, ES is also 5 centimeters. Okay? How about the whole segment? Yung from point Y to point S. Ilan naman yan? So, if this is 5 and this is also 5, therefore, the whole segment is 10 centimeters. Okay? So, that's the concept of a midpoint. And to add, what we did here, diba, to get YS, we are adding YE and ES to get YS, because YS is the whole segment. This is also called segment addition postulate. Okay? But it doesn't mean na nagwo-work lang yung segment addition postulate for midpoints. So, bigyan ko kayo ng example. Ini-state sa segment addition postulate na the whole segment is equal to its parts. So, let's say we have this segment here. Ayan. And this is point M, sorry, ano na lang, point A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D. Okay. Ayan. So, wala tayong midpoint dito. We are talking about segment addition postulate kasi magka-connect yung sa concept of midpoint and this postulate. So, when we say postulate, hindi na natin kailangan patunayan na ito ay totoo. Okay? It is already proven. So, the whole segment is, ano yung whole segment natin? Whole segment is, okay, correct, AD. Ang whole segment natin, yung kabuuan is AD. Okay? Segment AD. Sorry. Ayusin lang natin yung thickness of this pen kasi masyadong makapal. So, this is wow, pangit ng sulat. AD. Saan ngayon siya equal? So, ilang segments yung makikita natin? So, meron tayo ditong this part and this and this one. Okay? So, dun sa unang part, unang segment, yung green, this is segment AB. Kapag i-add natin siya, so mag-add tayo. Kasi 3 parts yung buong segment eh. Nahati siya sa 3. So, meron tayong BC and CD. Okay? So, this is segment addition postulate. So, the sum of the parts is equal to the whole. Okay? So, kung halimbawa, the segment AB is 3 units. Sorry. May nagtataho. Ewan ko naririnig niya. So, let's say this is 3 units. Ay, hindi. Sige. Yan na lang. Assuming lang naman. And let's say this is 4. Tapos, ito sabihin natin 6. What is the measure of the whole? What is the measure of AB? So, by segment addition postulate, all you have to do is to add the 3 measurements. So, we have 3 units plus 4 units plus 6 units, and it will give us 7 plus 6 is 13. Therefore, segment AD measures 13 units. Okay. And what if ganito naman? Here's another segment. Ayan. Ruler ulit tayo. Ups, sobra. Kaya kasi mag-ruler. Ayan. So, let's say ito. This is point, saan tayo na? Tapos E, point E naman. Point E, tapos ito point F, so ito ay point G, so ito ay point H. Okay. The whole segment measures, let's say, it measures 15 units. 15 units. Okay? The whole segment measures 15 units. And we want to know, these are congruent. Tapos ito sabihin natin 2 units and this is 4 units. Yan. So, sabihin natin that these two here are congruent. Ayan, si EF and FG are congruent. EF is equal to FG. Pareha sila ng sukat. Tapos, given na yung GH is 2, HI is 4, and the whole EI is equal to 15. How do we compute for the measurement of EF and FG? So how do we do that? So by segment addition postulate, gumawa tayo ng equation. So the whole EI is equal to the first part, EF plus FG, then plus GH plus HI. Okay? Kumakapal yung tinta. Okay. By substitution, EI is 15. EF is we don't know. So EF. And we know that FG is just equal to EF. So we can replace FG with EF. How about GH? GH is 2. HI is 4. Okay, now let's combine all the like terms. So 15, there are 2 EFs. So we can write it as 2EF plus 2 plus 4 is 6. Ngayon, by addition property of equality, we can add the additive inverse of 6 to get rid of 6 on the right side. So mag-add tayo ng negative 6 on both sides. And this is allowed kasi balance naman. So ito ay mawawala na because that's 0. 15 minus 6 is 9. 2EF. Now to get rid of 2, we have to divide it both sides by 2 or multiply both sides by 1/2 by multiplication property of equality. So that's 9 over 2 equals EF. And in decimal, this is equal to 4.5. So, ibig sabihin, si EF ay 4.5, ang FG ay 4.5 din. So, that's how you use segment addition postulate. Okay? So, we started with the midpoint and get the concept of segment addition postulate. Thank you.